Hey everyone, Freddie with Distinct Mastering. Today I'm going to show you how to prep your music for a professional mixdown. I've got a session here by One Son. I'm going to go ahead and play this so you can hear what it sounds like.
And one day later, it all began from a note that I heard and I wrote into a song that you may go. The greatest love story to be told is your.
Alright, so the first step is to consolidate all of your files. What that means is we want to make them one long file just like this. As you can see, the beat is tracked in one pass. You can see the kick, the snare, the hats, etc. But down below, we have the vocals and it's all just individual regions. We don't want to send files like that and let them get out of place, so the best thing to do is to consolidate all of the regions. So you want to get to the very beginning of the song, make sure you leave a little space in the beginning, select all of the files in the session, don't cut anything off like that, and make sure you get everything from the start and go past the end of the song. Make sure you got all of the tracks, and then you're going to go to Edit, Consolidate the clips. What that's going to do is make one long file for every track. Now that they're all nice and tidy, they are all the same length and they all start from 0, so it's very easy to import them into another DAW and they'll all line up perfectly. The next thing you want to do, step 2, is name your tracks. So after you've consolidated them, go through and double click and name the tracks. Be descriptive. So if it's a verse, verse 1, or main vocals, other examples include guitar, snare, bass, etc. It's very important for the mix engineer to know what the tracks are, and naming them is the only way for the engineer to decipher what each track is. Otherwise, it can be a waste of time and lead to problems. The third thing that you want to do is export all of your stems. So select all of the files that you just consolidated, and as you can see as I'm selecting a few of them, you will see them appear being selected in the clip view to the right. If I select all of them, they will all be highlighted. And if I right-click on the clip view, I can export these clips as files. Make sure you do not have any plugins running when you're exporting these stems because you want them to be as is. You may want to leave certain things intact, maybe some basic EQ, but it's best to just send everything raw, so make sure you turn everything off. Now that you've got your file selected and you're in the export window, you're going to want to get these exported. So go ahead and start by leaving the first option as a WAV or AIFF, and then go ahead and leave the second option as interleaved. You also want to send in 24-bit if you can, but the session had to have been started that way. This session was created in 16-bit 44.1 to begin with, so we're going to leave that as is. Choose a folder destination, make a new folder on your computer, name the folder the name of the song as well as your artist name, choose that folder, and then go ahead and export them. It will export them with the names you previously gave them. So the fourth step is to export a rough mix. So go ahead and turn back on everything you had on your master bus. Now to export, you could do this one of two ways. You could go ahead and use the bounce to disk feature, which is one of the most common ways. This is going to be a reference mix of your rough mix, so you could send us an MP3 of this, but I do recommend just leaving it as a WAV or AIFF, and that you leave it in the same format that you had before. Give it a name, choose that same folder, and bounce that reference mix out so we have what you had prior to the stems. Another way to do this would be to bus all of your tracks. So here we are. Let's just say that this is a song, and what you would do is select all the tracks and bus them internally into a bus. Once you do this, you can then route that bus and bring it in on another audio track. And then we're going to go ahead and print that file, which I've already done over here down below. And as you can see, the file starts in the same spot. It has a little silence in the beginning. You could consolidate it to make it the exact same length, but that's not super important. The important thing is that it lines up with everything. It's in the same spot. It lines up perfectly from 0. Once you have this, you could do the same thing. Just right-click and export the file. And remember, this one you want to leave your master bus intact. We want to hear what you originally had. Once you've got your rough mix and your stems, go ahead and zip up that folder and use the WeTransfer service, which is the upload link on our website, to send that over to us. Don't forget to include some reference mixes, and we can get started on your professional mixdown. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and feel free to contact us at distinctmastering.com if you have any questions. Thank you.